Certified most accurate. Now your TV5 First Alert forecast.
Well, good morning, Mid-Michigan. We've got a little bit of fog across the area this morning, but it will continue to burn off as we go through the rest of our morning hours and into the early afternoon. This is a look at US 10, and as you can see, we do have a little bit of lingering fog way out there in some of the fields, but we did have a little bit worse visibility earlier this morning, so things have already started to improve for us. And as soon as this fog continues to burn off, as soon as it actually finishes burning off, we're going to have some pretty nice skies out there, nice blue sky with some of that sunshine for us as well. Starting out rather warm this morning for folks south of the Saginaw Bay. We're already at 70 degrees in Saginaw and Caro, down to Lapeer there as well, 69, 68 elsewhere across those lower areas. Now, as we go into the tip of the thumb, we've got middle to upper 60s, north of the Bay, lower 60s. Started out there in the upper 50s, so we're already starting to add a couple of degrees to our current conditions, and going throughout the rest of the morning, obviously, we're going to continue with that. By lunchtime, into the middle 70s for us, lower 80s going into the afternoon, late afternoon and into the evening hours, it's going to be the middle 80s for a lot of mid-Michigan. And then as we go into tomorrow, very similar forecast, but we just warm it up a few more degrees, so we're going to make it into the 90s for tomorrow afternoon. On your first alert, Pinpoint Doppler live from MBS, mostly dry out there for us. The upper level cloud cover moving off to the east here. Showers that we had for parts of southern Sanilac County moving out of the area. We, again, still have the fog out there, so that's really the only thing we have to worry about. But once that fog goes away, it's going to be a nice one for us. This is what it looks like on the hour by hour. Notice here, once we play through this, that all of these clouds just evaporate. They move out of the area. That's the low cloud cover. That's the fog that we have across mid-Michigan this morning. So going into the next several hours as that burns off, it's going to look really nice out there for us. Blue sky with those puffy afternoon cumulus clouds, cotton candy looking clouds that we typically have on a summer's afternoon is what's in store for us. And then as we go into the later afternoon and evening, we'll actually have a lake breeze develop for our US 127 counties or far western areas. That's Elma, Ithaca, Mount Pleasant, Clare, Harrison, up towards Houghton Lake there. And so what we're going to watch is the chance for a few isolated showers to develop off of that. You can see the hour by hour trying to develop a couple of small green spots there. That's it, trying to develop a couple of showers in those areas. And then eventually going through the following hours into the early evening, we might have a few more of those. A few more concentrated downpours will be possible, but they should start to die out as they move towards the Tri-Cities. Notice not a whole lot else happens across mid-Michigan during that time. So I think the best chance for those showers will be in our western and especially our northern, northwestern counties as we go into this evening. As we go into the overnight hours, we see things dry out with nothing too much moving through. Tomorrow morning, again, starting out with some patchy fog out there. And then as we go into the afternoon, very similar for us. Fog burns off, more sunshine out there, but we do warm that forecast up by a few degrees, making it into the lower 90s, and then we cool back off as we go into the overnight hours into early Wednesday. Now, this is a look at the total accumulated rain as we go through this evening and tomorrow evening. So the 2 days combined, there's not a whole lot of anything out there except for a few isolated areas that are able to pick up some of that rain. So this is the very isolated nature of those showers that we're keeping an eye on for the 7-day forecast moving forward. For the 4th of July, we've got 90 degrees there. Wednesday also holding on to 90. Then a cold front comes through as we go into Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, bringing us a chance of rain, removing that humidity from mid-Michigan, also knocking those temperatures down into the lower 80s for Thursday and 70s as we go into Friday, with 80s coming for this coming weekend.
Stay with WNEM TV5 on air, on the go, and online for more news and weather updates.